The results that I'm getting now towards the end of my postdoc are really what's going to set the stage for me getting a permanent position later. There's been a good advantage to coming to Fermilab and being able to be on a project like the CHASE experiment and to lead that project from the beginning all the way to the end. Running a project and publishing the results and presenting the results at conferences and so forth, so that I would be ready to take on a permanent position somewhere. I look forward to wrapping up the projects that I'm working on and starting on new projects. And I think that's one important aspect of moving on to a permanent position somewhere, is having some ideas of what you want to work on.
I knew what my next position would be. I wanted to get a faculty position. I believed that Fermilab, with the amount of resources it had, would allow me to take advantage of them and actually gain momentum to take that next step.
And if you're interested in faculty positions, then it's important to, while you are as postdoc, to work with students and have an active skills as a teacher.
During my time at Fermilab, I spent a lot of time working on the Saturday morning physics program. It was very fulfilling to me to see how many of these kids learn about science and get excited about science in the same way I'm excited about it.
It's also very helpful to have demonstrated that you can help and put together experiments.
For the first 70 years that we knew about neutrinos, we assumed that they were massless. And it turns out that neutrinos actually do have mass. We want to understand what neutrinos are doing. They're a fundamental part of the universe. They certainly make up some fraction of dark matter.
Most of the evidence for dark matter has been seen in astronomy. So sometimes it's a bit challenging explaining to people why we're in the bottom of a mine trying to explain how the stars move in the sky. I came to Fermilab to work on the CDMS experiment, but within my third year, fourth year, I've started to work on an experiment called COOP. We think that this experiment has a lot of promise moving into the future to perhaps take over the field of the direct detection of dark matter.
So Fermilab is currently in the process of transitioning from being dominated by the energy frontier experiments, the collider experiments, to being really focused on the intensity frontier experiments, and that's really, really exciting. MINOS, for instance, has already made really great measurements, aspects of neutrino oscillations that no one has really observed or been able to study as closely before.
It's important to be out in the field, especially when you're later in your postdoc, to be giving presentations, to make yourself known to other people in the field besides just within the experiment that you work on. You'll start to get invitations to conferences and make sure you go to a good number of those to keep your visibility up.
Most of the spring is spent hashing out the job offers and negotiating.
When you go out and look for a job, they're hiring a colleague who's going to be working with them for the rest of their careers.
Do the best job you can and then evaluate yourself critically to see if you're ready, what sort of position you're ready for, to see if you're a good match for the position that you want.
Fermilab gave me a lot of support. They helped me prepare letters, they helped me practice interview talks, and they really encouraged me to go outside and look at my options.
My postdoc time led directly into the position I currently have.
Some of the theorists around here say that every talk you give is a job interview, so treat it that way whenever you're giving a talk.
Don't get discouraged. Some people get lucky, get the job on the first try. Some people take 3 tries or even 4 tries. I know many cases. So just keep trying. As long as you know that's what you want to do, and just go for it.